So, okay. Hi, everybody. Thanks for coming. I know, especially the day after a snow day, like this is impressive. So thanks for your commitment. I appreciate the fact that you're here. So, okay, when we think about, and I really want you to like, sometimes we look at things from the student's perspective, but today I really want to look at things from the teacher's perspective. And like, what are some of the things that currently are getting in the way of being able to provide engaging experiences for our kids that also meet the standards and the goals and objectives that we have in our classroom? What are some of the things that get in the way of that?
Just the time.
And the fact that you said that completely in unison was like, yes, right? I mean, that's it. It's the time. Not only do you have to find good activities, you have to set them up and solidify those expectations of your class. Then you have to grade and assess. Then you have to track that data, and then you have to do something with that data, right? So I want to show you one way that SeeSaw can help in this. I think we do a lot of double work as teachers. And so whenever I find a product or a platform that I think can help us with that, I think it's worth spending some time. The other thing is people don't know what SeeSaw can do anymore. This is new SeeSaw. This is 2025 SeeSaw, and it's only continuing to grow. And I know a lot of times people think of like SeeSaw as being for the itty bitty little learners, but really it has fantastic things all the way up through even middle school. So let me kind of show you a little bit about the process of going and the workflow of it and how we can get some time back. So if you would be so kind, if you have your computer, if you are multitasking, that is okay. I get that. But if you have the ability, please log into your SeeSaw account. And I am actually going to share my screen. Let's see, let's do this. Okay. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, great. Okay, so now if you've heard me talk about anything within SeeSaw before, there's one place that I like to start. But for this process, I want you to think about going from assigning to completion, to the student completion, and then what kind of comes back on our plate after that. So if you are in your library, go ahead and start where it says Explore Libraries. Now, this did this the last time, so it's delaying on my end. I was able to fix it last time, but I may have to walk you through a little bit of this because mine is not cooperating, but we shall see if we can get this working. So go into your library. Let me see if I do this. First of all, more options. Doesn't matter. Let's do, all right. Yeah, I am not exactly what is happening. I'm sure what's happening, but okay. So we'll do this the old fashioned way of having it. Oh, now it looks like it's letting me do it. Nope, still not. Okay, sorry. I am doing my best, but it is not wanting. Can you see the SeeSaw page or no?
Yes.
You can. Okay, perfect. Thanks. Appreciate it. Okay, let's see if we can get it to go. Okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to go all the way into Explore. Oh, there we go. It's working now. Explore Libraries. And I want you to think of this a couple ways, whatever's easiest for you. I'm going to go the benchmark route because that seems to be what a lot of people don't know about. However, there are a lot of different ways. I think SeeSaw does align specifically to Benchmark Advanced, so I want to show you that process and how you can find some things. But because we can also search by standard, when in doubt, this is a great place to start. So I'm going to switch this to grade 3. And you can actually don't do that. I lied. Clear that out if you did that. So go to Browse by Standards and Curriculum. It should have showed a new tab for you on my end. Okay, so if you're searching by standards, here's how you do that. But specifically, I want to show you benchmark. So curriculum, you're going to fill out these. So benchmark advanced, standards, always pick Missouri because even our priority standards came from these. So take the time to do that. grade 3. You don't have to worry about any of this, and everything defaults to English and Spanish. Now, this is what took a little while the last time. So if it does, I have a fail safe for us. But then click search, and it is going to pull up everything that is in alignment with those units. It will look at the unit view of it to do that. And we're going to give this about 5 more seconds, and then I'm going to switch to my fail safe.
Katie, I'm not sure if you clicked 3. It's not highlighted.
Oh. Well,
okay.
Maybe it didn't take there. Okay. Well, I'm going to go. Thank you for saying that, Christine. I'm going to go into the fail safe tab with this, which defaults to a different grade level standard, but it's already pulled up. So once you are in that, now imagine this is for 3rd grade. So yours should be on for 3rd grade. Mine just is taking its sweet time. Now you can see here with the blue line, everything is designated into units. So somebody that's in, let's say you're in unit 2. I know you're past that, and this isn't even, this is 5th grade.
Hey Katie, we still see the search screen.
Oh, thank you. How's that? Better?
Yes, perfect.
Okay, perfect. I'm going to go back and just see if this one did. Okay. All right. So first things, if you're looking for support with benchmark, you're going to go search by benchmark advanced, and you're going to go to the unit view. So let's just say this is, oh, look, there is grade 3 right there. Perfect. What unit are you in grade 3 currently?
4.
4. We might as well go there. So 3 and 4. So comparing points of view. So now I can see at the 3rd grade Missouri standard.
Okay, Katie, I'm annoying. You're not on the right screen we don't see you moving. There we go.
Yeah, see, this is what it's doing. It's lagging. And so then I just click refresh. Keep doing it. You're not annoying at all. Please keep doing it. All right. So then I go into this. All right. So I can say, okay, unit 3, what are my skills? What are my Lindbergh priority standards? You can always tag those later. But let's get into one and see how this would look. Okay, so here's summarizing a story, right? Beginning, middle, and end. Big thing. It's going to show me exactly within SeeSaw what activities, what assessments, and what daily activities connect to this standard in Unit 4. Okay, so I can see right here, I might need this. Okay, so determining a central message. If I click that.
Hey, Katie, did you have to type in Unit 4 or
no? I just scrolled. There. Unfortunately, I wish they had like a drop down that just went right to it, but yeah. I just scrolled and I looked for that blue banding, because then I know that that's a new unit. So I just scrolled down. Were you not able to get there?
I see like all of the standards still.
Okay. So then over on the side, do you have a drop down box that would allow you just to get to 3rd? Like over on the left side.
Not that I see, but hold on. It says I'm not even logged in now when I went to that. So let me log in again.
Well, that's bizarre.
Yeah.
Now
I'm logged in. When I go to that, it logs me out.
It did log you out?
Yeah, it says like I'm logged in, and then I click search by standards, and then it says like log in again.
Well, try it and see if that keeps you there. It shouldn't do that, but I'm not exactly sure why. Okay, so then let's say, and then tell us by the end of this call, if it's not working, we're going to stay on and troubleshoot that.
Okay.
Okay, so Unit 4, comparing points of view. Let's see if this would be something. So here I go into, hopefully my screen switched for you. I go in and I can see anything that is an assessment already that's related to benchmark this standard in this unit. Again, if you haven't seen this, you can also use this as a present to class. So when I do this, to get kids, if your kids aren't already using SeeSaw to maybe the level that you would like them to, these are great to do a few like wake up your brain, morning activities, things, because they will learn to use SeeSaw just through the modeling of it. So you can do this as a whole group, as a small group, as a modeling lesson. I really like the piece of that. So you're going to assign whatever you find, and I'm going to recommend a pathway in a second. get this. If you are tired of seeing 500 classes pop up when you log into SeeSaw, if I have not already done it for you, I just posted an article about how you can log or archive those additional classes in SeeSaw with the last TNL newsletter. So if you need that, you can do that there. I'm going to go in. You're going to do all this like you normally do. Here's the Missouri standards. If you have not heard me say this before, take the time to go into edit standards. Click all standards. And then over here, Chelsea, this is another area where you could access it. So I've got Missouri. I'm going to change that to Lindbergh 2. And you'll always want to go to the updated with the highest number. That's going to be your most accurate. So updated 2, because SeeSaw adjusts these periodically as they're working out the glitches. Then I can go and do that 3rd grade and then subjects. So then if you click these, when it's pulling that data, it's going to tell you how they're doing in these Lindbergh standards, which I really like.
Yeah.
So save tags, you're going to do assign now. Anything that you are assigning through the SeeSaw folder, remember SeeSaw library folder is vetted. You're going to copy this link. You could airdrop this link. There's a lot of ways. Whatever way you share that with your class is fantastic. But then you can also go back with each one of these and you can pull that data for just those standards that you need for that unit. Does that make sense? So instead of seeing like, let's see, how do I want to do this? Let's go here. I'm going to actually go into a class. Actually, I am not going to go into that class because I'm recording because it does have some data. So I'll go into my sample class. Remember that once it's assigned, the student completes it, they submit it back to you. Okay. You tell it, hey, I want it to grade this, and then we're going to be able to start pulling some information. So this is where all that information lives. All you do is you go to the class that you specifically want to see. And again, I don't have kids that are attached to my class, which makes this a little trickier. But I can see the data based on the activities. So the activity is going to show me, okay, if I did something on central message, it's going to show me exactly how they did on any standard that's related to that activity. Many of these activities cover multiple standards. On the flip side, if I want a standards view, now imagine that if I had students, all that data would live right here. And I'm happy to come over to your PLC and do this with you all as a group so that you can actually like pull up real data and we can look at it and make some decisions. But this is where all that's going to live. So again, if it's SeeSaw, from that SeeSaw library, when we go over here to home and then exploring libraries, the SeeSaw library is vetted for you. It's vetted, it's aligned with standards, it will auto grade. Community is going to be anybody who uses SeeSaw. So that's all of our teachers. There is some gold in here, and that's not just Lindbergh teachers, that's anyone in the country who's using it. And then in the last group, someone asked, well, if we do this, can we share it like with our team? And the answer is yes. What I would recommend, and this is kind of where I'm going to leave things and then I'm going to take some questions, but what I would recommend as your pathway would be at a PLC, decide what standards you're looking at, look at that data and how you're grouping your kiddos. Then I would go into this, again, because we want it to be that standards based. And I would find I would start with the SeeSaw library because it's going to do the work for you. So I would start there and I would start pulling these activities that support the standard. Now, when you find something you like, click the heart. Even if you're not going to use it right away and you think, oh, this is going to be something that's going to be great down the line, click that heart. And what that does is that will then take that activity, whether it's a SeeSaw, a community, or a Lindbergh activity, and that will put it in your My School so that you can very easily find it. And yes, Everything is editable, even the ones that SeeSaw vets. So if I wanted to change a question or add a question or take a question out, as soon as I edit it, it is now a different activity. So it will live in this district and school library. There will also be an option to share this with other teachers, and that would be how you would share edited copies with your team, with the third grade team at Sappington, with, you know, whomever you need to do that for. Okay. Now, this is your parting gift, because it is that time of the year where things are crazy. And we all know that there's times where it's like, oh, how do I still provide engaging activities that are going to meet their needs, that are going to be quality, while I'm still trying to get all these other things done? So this is kind of a cool spot. It's called December Dailies, Classroom Dailies. And once you go, and there's one for every single month of the year. Okay. So then pick your grade level. And then if you go down here, you can see there's different things. And a lot of these things are going to be the spiral activities that we want kids to do. So there's a lot with math fluency. There's a lot with central message. There are some AI lessons. I just want to bring people's attention to this because there's a wealth of activities that are fantastic in here that we can use for spiral review, morning activity, early finishers, brain breaks. And then as you get this in the school year, the ones back in August will actually teach the kids how to use SeeSaw. So you will not have to do that. That can be removed from your plate. So that being said, I'm going to stop my sharing. I'm also going to stop the recording.